Good morning, you strange and wonderful weirdos. I'm John.
I'm Stacey.
It's Tuesday, November 15th. And here's why today is strange.
All right, so let's start off with NASA and the Artemis 1 launch happening tonight. And they're already getting ready for it. So you can go to YouTube, the NASA YouTube. They're live streaming everything that's going on right now. But the
Until something happens and then they cut it off really weirdly.
It's been given the go. They scheduled the actual takeoff for 1 o'clock in the morning, but the launch is going to start at 10:30 this evening. Now, the Artemis 1, this is the first time they're going to be using this particular rocket. And they're using their new
Hence the one.
Space, yes, exactly. Space launch system. You know, the one that they were so far behind on? Yes, and spent all that money on. So they're testing that out. This is an unmanned first launch.
Right.
No people in this
no
one,
dogs.
just in case. Exactly. They're going to orbit the moon. And eventually these missions, the goal is to set up the permanent base on the moon that will ultimately be used to get astronauts to Mars.
There you go.
So hopefully...
All the Tang you can eat. Drink,
yes.
Did you ever try Tang?
I love Tang.
Really?
I drank Tang all the time when I was a kid. It was one of my favorite drinks. I have no idea why, because I tried it when I was older and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah, I used to eat sardines as a
I was
snack.
brainwashed into believing that Tang was delicious.
Did you ever eat sardines?
I did not, and I never drank Ovaltine either. Thank goodness.
I didn't drink Ovaltine, but I ate sardines after school. I would not do that now for money.
That's disgusting. Yes. NASA.gov, that's the website.
Artemis!
Yes. All right, so let's move on. Something still space related. In a similar note, the mysterious U.S. space drone, you know, the space plane, the one that they never tell you that they're launching or that's coming back, it has returned to Earth after a record-breaking mission of 908 days it's been in orbit.
I remember that thing. Mm-hmm. We did that on Paranormal Sideshow Gimmick.
Well, it's been around, the plane's been around since 2010.
Yeah.
And it's very highly classified. They shoot it up into space. It orbits the Earth. This was its 6th mission, but it was by far the longest.
But it's been a long time. They don't tell us what it is.
It's been up there for 2.5 years. They claim that it is a testing platform.
Right.
Right. And sometimes they tell you...
Do they do that at the NASA press conference?
Yeah, they go, testing platform. They do tell you sometimes what some of the experiments were. Like, for instance, this last one... they claim it was to test how certain materials react in space, you know, for long periods of time, and then they test them when they come back to Earth. That there was some seeds on this particular mission, and they had a device that would transform solar radiation into radioelectric energy. That was one of the experiments.
They're going to monitor the Chinese drones that fly around our nation, apparently. Anybody keeping up with the big NASA thing that's not been released yet, or the big UFO thing, the UAP thing, the Jimmy John Jang, the thing that was supposed to be released on, I don't know, October 31st? Yes. Well, we're watching you. We're watching you, government. And you haven't released it yet. UFO Twitter's ablaze. And so is all
it's bad when UFO Twitter gets ablaze.
All the subreddits are all just conspiracy minded. You know why? Not because we're tinfoil hat wearing UFO lovers. Well, maybe a little, but not just that reason. It's also because of you. Because of you and all your secrecy. Apparently, it's like, well, Congress already has their copy, but you can't see yours yet, redacto. I mean, because it's so redacted. And apparently, and now this is just hyperbole.
Right.
Yes, but on good authority. Hyperbole on good authority is almost as good as a rumor.
That's right.
And the rumor is that a couple of people from Congress saw it and they were like, take that BS away.
Oh,
There's
wow.
nothing on here except it says the and purpose. Purpose? Why would you leave purpose? Artificial Chinese. Okay, look, this is 7 words. Apparently, there was a lot of, this is hyperbole again. It's just,
right. Rumors. Just rumors.
Speculation.
Yeah.
Spectacles and ulations. It's related spectacles. And they're saying in the related spectacles that maybe that's the reason that they have their delay. And during this time, it conveniently, a little piece of it or the summarization of it got leaked to the New York Times. You know, the paper of record that always
How convenient.
that always spreads lies.
Right.
That thing, yeah. I'm looking at you, New York Times. But apparently, you know, a little bit got to them, and that's where we got the whole, well, we think it's space poop.
Yeah.
We're pretty sure the space condors
Junk.
Space condors go and land on the Black Knight satellite, take a bit on top of
They
it.
don't admit the Black Knight satellite?
Well, they don't.
No.
But that's what this the Artemis or whatever is going to refuel it. Listen, when this thing comes out, I'm hoping that it's got something cool on it. It could be today. That's why I'm telling you it's strange. So when it comes out today, you're like, John told me that this morning.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
Out. It's out. It's only got 7 words. What the crappy.
That's what we'll all say. All right. So anyway, mysterious space plane that they claim is classified. No, it's not the
The
Black
other
Knight.
one.
The other one. The
Okay.
one that goes up and meets the Black Knight and gives it all its
And Black Knight
payload.
says, none shall pass.
It's just a flesh wound.
I just got to get past you. None shall pass.
That's what takes it so long.
I've been here for 13,000 years. I caused the last great cataclysm.
What I don't understand is if they're just doing experiments up there, why are all the payloads and missions classified? If it's just scientific experiments, why can't we know
If are paying for it.
what's going on?
If our tax dollars pay for it, why is it all classified?
Very strange. Very strange. I thought it was interesting that it came back at the same time they were getting ready to do the Artemis launch. Like, for some reason, they didn't want those both up there at the same time. I don't know.
I don't.
It's very weird. There are some articles going around about people saying they heard a sonic boom in Florida.
Yes.
And people that was the space plane coming back. It caused a sonic boom. But see, they don't tell anybody when that thing's leaving or coming back. So
Do they sonic boom when they come back like that?
I guess apparently this one did when it came back into
Little bit fast?
when it
Coming a little bit hot?
came in from space. You know, it
Yeah.
made a noise. Maybe
Dog's a little groggy flying.
he's been there for 2.5 years. All right, let's move on.
Let's.
Let's talk about this discovery. You just are picturing the dog flying the space plane.
I'm picturing this damn video I saw on Reddit on one of the paranormal things with this dog that gets zipped up in the air.
Oh yeah.
I've been laughing about it for days. I sent it to Cody and son Cody. Hi, son Cody. I just made you canon on our show. I sent it to Cody because I laugh at the same stuff because it's genetic.
Right,
He's gonna
right.
laugh at the same stuff, and they've got this thing obviously fake, but this dog's just like hanging out, right? Black and white night, because everybody just takes night footage of thetheir backyard like that a lot.
Right, right. And adjust the camera just so you can see exactly what's going to happen.
So Fido's just like, and then it's like, and
Kind of like the movie
I'll-
where they just snatch the people out of the...
I laughed so hard at this damn dog getting sucked up in the air. I mean, I just couldn't stop. I kept going back. I sent it to him, and he had the same problem. He almost had to lay out of work because
It's a
of
good
it.
thing we don't have a dog, I guess.
What, so I can't suck it in the air?
You laugh at the poor pooch.
Well, only if he gets sucked in the air. If you got sucked in the air right now, I'd laugh.
Before you were highly concerned.
It's a funny way to go.
Okay. All right, let's move on to a discovery. So some clues at an ancient lake site reveal the earliest known cooked meal. I know you love it when this happens, when they get the earlier things than what they already thought. This one is so unusual because it's like 600,000 years earlier than the last evidence that they have of cooking. Isn't that very
Which
strange?
was like 100,000 years?
It was the last definitive proof they have that ancient people cooked their food over fire was like 170,000 years ago.
So,
And this is what they're saying 780,000 years ago.
okay.
That's a huge difference.
Okay. So, if we were smart enough to cook our food 780,000 years ago, we may have been smart enough to dodge a ball.
Possibly. Now, they claim that it's really difficult to prove this sort of thing. Like, it's hard to prove that they had fires and they actually cooked their food and they weren't just using the fires for warmth. But in this particular instance, they found a lot of fish teeth because this settlement was near the water.
Well, maybe there were firefish that ate them all.
A lot of fish teeth, but not a lot of fish bones. Fish bones disintegrate at higher temperatures. Therefore, that is the evidence that they cooked the fish.
But the fish all capped their
before
teeth.
they ate
were
it.
Silver and gold fish teeth. It's a weird time 780,000 years ago.
Right. Now, it says that no human remains have been found at the site, but there's stone tools there that match those found at a Homo erectus site in Africa, the sites across Africa. So
they didn't die when they ate the fish.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, listen.
Thank goodness they were cooking it.
Fish bones, old fire, tools.
Mm-hmm. Long time ago.
Somebody was getting their freaking fish meal and chill going on.
Yes.
Oonga boonga. That's some cool stuff.
That's
a long time ago.
It is. I mean, I guess I agree that it's hard to prove that kind of thing, but I mean, how do you think they figured out about cooking the food? Like, they had the fire, right? They're like, ooh, warm fire. You know, somebody had to put their hand in that stuff. Like,
and then
they had to
buddy
figure
smelled
out.
it. He's like,
yeah.
Ooh, smell good. Smell better.
So then someone was like, oh, well, let's put the food in there. I mean, it's just weird to think how that.
Or the firefish. The prehistoric firefish.
Maybe somebody accidentally dropped it. Whoops. And then they were like, oh, I guess I'm going to have to eat it anyway. And they're like, oh, this is delicious.
Maybe a bunch of lightning struck.
There you go. Could be any of those things. We have no idea.
Can you imagine the first goat that got struck by lightning and other goats are like, oh, shit. Oh, no.
Maybe
Caveman's like, man.
The other goats are running away. Maybe they didn't cook the fish. Maybe they used the fish bones for something else. Maybe they took them somewhere and, I don't know, buried them. I don't know.
Well, I'm more impressed with the fact that we were doing something 780,000 years ago.
Oh, right.
And then all the time in between, we had a lot of cataclysms in between that, and we're still here, folks. So before you get all worried about stuff, I got all concerned earlier. I was reading an article about the Andromeda Galaxy because when I see something more than once, it gets weird to me.
Right.
And so I saw this thing, like somebody put up a picture the other day that goes, Andromeda Galaxy from my cell phone. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's unbelievable. Meaning, I mean, you had to probably sit there for 4 hours with your thing open, right? And it's just like, okay, I got it. But then I saw another picture of the Andromeda Galaxy. And then I seen like a video where someone's like, I live in Arizona with no lights for 1,000,000 miles or a gas station. And I could see Andromeda Galaxy. I'm like, well, why am I seeing Andromeda Galaxy so much, right? Mm-hmm. And then I see this stupid article saying Andromeda can now be seen with naked eye or whatever that will eventually crash into our solar system. And
what?
They're coming together and stuff, Andromeda and the Milky Way, and then they're eventually going to kill everything. And I'm kind of like, you know, that kind of sucks. And it was in an estimated 4.5 billion years.
Oh, so the super slow car wreck. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like
Probably don't need to worry. Probably
don't have to worry in 2 billion years still, you know, even if it's still big. It's like, yeah, that's about 2 billion years. We'll worry about getting off this rock.
Better get ready.
Yeah.
Prep that shelter.
Get it going. Get it going. I mean, even if they're off 1 billion years, give or take, right?
Right. Oh, wow.
Anyway,
let's move on to this story from Kentucky. It's a Kentucky story from Louisville. Now, this started back in October. There was an incident with a cow truck. So a truck carrying a load of cows.
Got that.
Was hit by another truck, and there was no injuries. You know, it was just a minor accident, but they had to move the cows from the wrecked truck to a new truck. And in that process, several of the cows escaped.
It was planned.
I feel like that too.
Some more cows in the bushes.
So they've just now, the other day finally rounded up all those cows that escaped. Those cows have been on the lam for a while.
Poor lamb. Were they trying to like hang out with other cows?
I don't know. They were.
Farmer Dale comes out and he's just like, wait a second. Martha, I thought we only had 2 milk cows.
Well, it turns out that there was 11 cows that went missing, and they finally rounded up the last of them. They were found running loose on the Cherokee Park golf course and the surrounding areas. Now, I think this is funny. It says witnesses said that there is a bull that has still not been caught. The bull. And he was last seen in an area between Les Moo and Beargrass Creek. So the authorities remind members of the public to just call the police if you happen to see the bull. And there is a nice video of the bull running through the street there.
Les Moo.
Showing. Yeah, Les Moo. Do not try to capture the bull yourself. This is very important. They did get all the cows, but the bull is still on the loose. I feel like the bull orchestrated the whole thing. It was his idea.
I bet you there's a bunch of female cows hiding that bull somewhere.
He had a
bunch
buddy.
of lonely old cows.
He had a buddy driving the other truck. It was a cow.
Oh man, yeah.
Wrecked.
I'm seeing like Vin Moozle,
Like the prison
whole,
escape.
like Fast and the Mooiest or something.
Cow prison escape movie. Yes. So if you're in that area, don't approach the bull. All right. Last
No bull.
story. All right. So this is a story from Arizona about a Facebook post that was put up by Rattlesnake Solutions. Now, Rattlesnake Solutions is exactly like it sounds. It's a company that will come and remove the snakes without shooting them and relocate them in a peaceful manner. But they were called out to a ranch where this poor rattlesnake is now being mocked on social media because it ate and then was too fat to get back in its hole. And so they was able to be caught. There's a picture of it trying to get back into its little hidey hole, and the whole back end of it's sticking out because it can't fit anymore. The snake catcher, Marissa Mackey, told the news that the snake didn't even know what was going on. They went out there to get it, and they got it with the little tong catcher things. It was like in a food coma. It had no idea. They were able to take it out of there and relocate it very easily. I guess they wouldn't even have known that the snake was there hiding on the ranch if it hadn't have eaten so much that it couldn't get back in its hole.
Poor guy.
Wow, it was so funny. It was a western diamondback rattlesnake.
Yeah.
And they feel like maybe she ate like a gopher or something, just something big, something round, so that she was trying to squeeze back into its den and couldn't do it. Oh. So they posted it on Facebook, and I guess people laughed at it. Poor snake.
Yeah.
It has no idea, though. It's all in a lazy food coma.
I mean, wow. I saw an anaconda or a python the other day that had eaten a crocodile.
Wow.
And its skin ripped off of it. It was like too much for it.
Snakes are getting greedy.
Yeah, they were like, well, we know now. I mean, it was bad. It was just...
Snake skin's not very stretchy. It's not forgiving.
This one's not stretchy. Not stretchy enough for a crocodile.
No.
It was cool to watch, though.
Ew.
It was. Ew. I mean, it was good for the crocodile.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Crocodile's still alive?
No, he looked pretty dead.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's why today's strange.